He said, go. He said, it's time. They're like, just go live. Be there for the live. I'm here for the live. That's how this works. I'm just happy I made it. It's Monday. I'm happy I've made it to Monday. Another chance to get it right. That's what we do. We just do it every time. Every single time I come on here, like the goal is to get my Instagram one going. I can never make it happen. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what like I'm assuming it's there, but I don't know. It's literally every single time. Let me try this one more time. Oops. Oh, Instagram was unable to connect. That is why. Let's try this again. See what happens. It's like every time. And, I try to, let me turn them off. Let's see what happens. I try to, get it going. I try, early on, beforehand, I try to be early about these things. There we go. I try to be early about these things. And no matter what, I'm look, it just is what it is. That's all we can do. That's how it works, right? So welcome. I'm Asia, the Soulful Creatrix. Currently residing as Dr. Asia because why not? Right? That's the whole point. Welcome. If you're joining me, you have a question, I am here for it. You can ask a question in the comments. You can ask a question in the chat. I'm here on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on YouTube. So it's, a lot for me to, hello everyone. It's a lot for me to, maneuver, but I do the best that I can, which I think is what we are all doing right now. We're all just doing the best that we can with what we have to work with. And that's how that goes. So, how was your weekend? How was Easter? Did I miss anything? Was there something that I needed to? What is your favorite tarot card deck? You know what? I'm glad you're asking that question. I love it. I love it. I can tell you guys my favorite tarot card deck, and I actually did a whole video on my favorite, but lately I got a new favorite, so I can definitely answer that question. I love cards. I'm not gonna lie. They all have so many different like things that you can do with them, and people come up with all these new decks with all of these new messages in them, putting in their own intention. I love it. It's kind of like connecting to another person even, So yeah, I can answer my favorite tarot card deck right now. My favorite tarot card deck just off the dome is the Light Seekers deck. Love that deck, love the art, love the way the messages roll with me. I use that deck when I am working with males and females now, and I feel like I get a clear message with that deck. Love it. No doubt. Love it. Still loving the Mythical Goddess Tarot. Still loving that deck also. That deck I use a lot more for like that sacred feminine energy when I'm trying to work with. Love that deck. Also, still in my favorite deck box. So those are my two favorite decks. As far as oracle cards go, always I love the Elemental Empath. That's what I use for groups, for a clear direction. Whenever I want to like talk something to a group, I'll use those. And I have been really enjoying the Secrets of the Ancestors tarot deck lately. So that oracle deck, which I know that's an oracle deck, but it's so tarot-esque. It's like they combined oracle and tarot together. Abiola Abrams did like her thing with that one. She combined it. It's like efficient if you want to just, because sometimes I'll pull a tarot card, like a tarot spread, and then for some more depth, I'll pull an oracle spread. With that deck, you just pull the one spread. You get everything that you really need in like that one spread. So I like that. So thank you for that question. I appreciate it. And speaking of spreads, speaking of decks, today I posted on my IG and YouTube. This morning's message was the Hermit. And well, it was a loner. The loner, and a lot of times people get that and they're like, ooh, the Hermit. And then you kind of get into, what, that's right, no new friends. I'm not dealing with people. I don't want to talk to nobody. That's not really, what it's about. But I can understand the energy. I totally can. Today is Monday. Normally on Mondays, I don't take clients. I don't make like big appointments. I don't do, things that are going to take me outside of myself, because as someone who works a lot with energy and I can feel energy and it's just a lot out there, sensitive people, right? As a highly sensitive person, I have to take time away, like out, like shut it down, And so when the Hermit card comes up or the Loner card came up in the Ancestor deck, I was like, yes, this makes sense. Let's talk about this. When you that feeling when you're like overwhelmed, like people think I am this extrovert, right? They think, here she goes, she's out there, it's Asia, right? They think I'm an extrovert. But I get my energy back. I refill. I recharge by being alone, away, so I can shut it all out. Which basically makes me an introvert, right? I don't recharge by being out with people. I recharge by being in by myself, journaling, meditation, reflection, hanging out, just me and my humans with fur and legs that don't really talk back. I don't take a lot of phone calls on Monday. I try not to call customer service on a Monday. People who I talk with end up being like my closest, dearest type people. And y'all, and that's part of why I do this authentic creatrix mode thing, where I just kind of come on. I don't have to worry about what my makeup looks like. I don't have to worry about what the specs of it all look like, because Monday is my recharge day. The kids are back in school, right? I don't have to be outside if I don't want to. And typically I don't want to. So yeah, I got the Hermit card. I was like, let's talk. Let's discuss this. How does one who is a highly sensitive person, such as myself, get through being around people? How does one recharge, refocus? And so I can tell you, for me, it's the Hermit time, the lone time, the time where I'm able to speak, think on my own. The time where I can say, this is my voice. This, I can be still. What is that? The Bible says, be still and know, right? So this is that be still and know moment. And that's how I treat my Mondays. It's very sacred to me. I know a lot of people who own like spiritual shops and crystal shops. I don't know if you've ever noticed, like, creator types, they're not out on Mondays. And I've noticed that about them. They don't open on Mondays. They're not out on Mondays. They have like their time, and I'm wondering if their time is Monday, like it's even when you're thinking about it, Monday, just again. And I say this, I'm not an astrologer, but I'm very close to being one now, right? Anyway, Monday being named after the moon, right? That time of the day, that time of the week where like and the moon is very the energy of the moon is very emotional, very in this area, that heart focused area, the part that guides the human emotion, right? Cancers, you know emotional type people. So when you think about that, Mondays for a lot of us is that time where we kind of come back in. We want to like reclaim our heart space, our emotional space, right? And I love the fact that now I don't have to worry about Monday being a day where I'm like out in somebody's face, having to be amongst people. That ain't me. It ain't me. And if I were going to create an authentic version of what I want my week to look like and what I want my business to look like and what I want my space to look like, I believe I've done it. There you go. For me, Mondays is just the day where I clean up. And I've already like I'm vacuumed, I'm washing, I cleaned out my car. I just do these things that recharge me on Monday. I don't know, what day do y'all pick for recharging yourself? You have to pick a day. That's really the thing, is you have to pick a day. You have to take this time to recharge yourself. Now, if you are extroverted, maybe your version of recharge is different, right? Your version of recharge is being amongst people. You go out, maybe you're like, hey, I need to be out amongst a crowd. I need to get that energy, flowing. Maybe that's your recharge, right? So what we're talking here, how do you recharge, right? When do you recharge? But you definitely got to recharge, man. Like, we're just running around here, like, talking about, we're going to sleep when we die. And I just personally don't think that's the way to go. Now, I am older. I get it. Pretty much 50 at this point, right? I get it. Maybe my time, I take a little bit more on my break time, but you need that break time, especially if you are a creator. Okay. And, studies have shown that the more you create, the more you want to create, the more break you need to take, the more space you need in between that time to come down, to get out of the up here portions of you and come back down into this portion of you, right? We've discussed that, right? Like, this is the creation manifestation portion of the body, right? And this is the creation thinking, designing, portion of us, right? We need to come back down here, be grounded. Do your grounding exercises, right? Go touch grass. I know that's kind of, people don't like to hear that no more, but yes, go touch that grass, okay? Go be outside. Go connect with the ground. I don't know how else to say that. Connect with you. Listen to your thoughts. Be in your space. Clear out your sanctuary. Take that time for you. That's really all that, I can say about that. And I will say until I die. There's another hill I plan to die on. I'm always bringing y'all new hills that I will die on. I will apparently die on this hill also. Okay. Um, everybody needs to rest. There is no such thing as a sleep till you die type shit. It's not a real thing. Somebody made that up. And whoever made that up, obviously I don't know. I don't know why somebody would make something up like that, but they made that shit up. Okay. There's no sleep till you die, sleep when you die type stuff, and be able to create. Let me just say that. You want to create quality stuff, there is no way that you're just not resting. You're not taking time off. You're not detaching. You have to detach. You can't just constantly be go. It's impossible. What happens when you constantly go? You get crazy shit. You turn crazy. You know how them creatives, they end up going crazy, right? They're too far in, they're too far gone. They end up in their own totally detached from reality portion of their game. They didn't rest. Your brain needs to rest. Your body needs to rest. Your soul needs to rest. You just have to rest. And that's how that works. All right. Look, I'm going real fast today. 16 minutes in, I'm about to do a poll. If you have a question, again, feel free to send me the question. I will answer it. I do not mind. And thank you, Deb, for your question. All right. Let's see. I am using today the Elemental Empath because, again, like I said, this is one of my favorites for like a group message. So if I'm going, group message, I'm definitely going to, pull something from a group message type of deck for me. And so that's this one. There you are. Okay, where we at today? Sensitivity. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Sensitivity. Sensitivity. Validate yourself. Vulnerability is strength. And projections. I'm here for it. All right. Now, here's the deal. I go through and I make these videos, and then I do not post like the whole video anymore to Instagram. I post them on YouTube, and I believe Facebook also gets the whole video. So feel free, go back there if I say something here and you want to rehear or hash what I'm saying. You want to go back in and send me a message and be like, wait, you said this and that doesn't make any sense. Feel free. All right, sensitivity, big feelings. So, okay, first of all, I am a sensitive person. I'm a highly sensitive person, right? And I believe that most of the people who I speak with on here and the things that I say resonate with highly sensitive people. So the fact that I'm sitting here telling you about taking time to reflect on yourself and to be with yourself as a person who is highly sensitive and needs that recharge type of, get your battery going back up again, and how I do mine through being a hermit. I feel like this works. Okay. Sensitivity. All right. So you're a sensitive tool, You're a sensitive soul, and that is okay. Women have been shamed for thousands of years for being emotional and weak. Your sensitivity, as you learn to understand it, is your superpower. You have a greater capacity for empathy, compassion, and understanding of others. Let yourself feel what you feel, even if they call you dramatic. And Lord, they be calling me dramatic. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I am not that dramatic. As a sensitive person, it's important to understand that you will naturally have big emotions and a sensitive nature. Your feelings might be easily hurt, even over seemingly small things. It can feel overwhelming to handle anger or disappointment from others, since you can sense the emotions of others so acutely. How about that? You might even have become a people pleaser to avoid conflict, even though you often have hurt feelings that you push them down. Can I say this right here? I wish that in school, like when I was like 5, let's say, in school, and I don't know if they have this now, but I have a very sensitive grandson, okay? And I kind of feel bad now having gone through school now for me, having gone through school now with my kids. Now my kids have turned into adults. I have like one kid left who's in like 11th grade, you know? So I'm kind of at the end of this, but I have this grandson, right? Now he's Gen Alpha. Okay, we've been going through this now for decades, right? Like I'm Gen Z. No, I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X. I have one millennial daughter. Then I have 2 Gen Z kids, right? And then now I have my Gen Alpha grandson and 2 other Gen Alpha grandchildren, right? Now my older grandson, my oldest grandson, he is in kindergarten and he is very sensitive and he's a Black boy. And I feel like there should by now, I don't know if we have that yet. Okay. I need to look at that because by now I feel like there should be this adoption of this mentality of allowing for sensitive children to be able to thrive. We haven't, I don't think we've made it there yet. I was diagnosed with all kinds of crazy stuff, right? But what if it wasn't that there was like a problem with me on a mental illness level? You know, what if it's not ADHD? What if it's they're just a sensitive person, a highly sensitive person, you know, and they are feeding and feeling off of the emotions of the other kids around them? What if I just spent a lot of my time feeding and feeling off of the emotions of the people who were around me, right? And after and being in that nature as that type of person, but nobody else around understood that or accepted that or acknowledged it or even allowed it. And that's how we end up with all of our children or most of these children getting put in these situations where they are um in detention and they get in trouble, you know. I believe my son was very sensitive and it just we couldn't get him to a situation where he was able to understand, process, um generate, you know, an actual understanding of how the emotions work and how others emotions affect our body, right? Now I'm, like I said, almost 50, right? And I'm just now like hitting the tip of that. But can you imagine if we put that in schools and we made more of an attempt just as humans, because there are so many of us who this is just how we live. This is just something that if we learned, this is you're a sensitive person and this is how a sensitive person lives, and it's okay to have these big emotions. It's okay to understand that this is likely not your emotion right now. You are likely fine. This is likely somebody else's shit that you're just dealing with because it it attached to you. It you felt it. And now you are in on, you know, what this emotion is that you felt. Wouldn't it be awesome if you were 6 and somebody had just explained it to you that way? Baby, you're creative. And being a creative, you know, you are likely just a sensitive person, a highly sensitive person. And these things that you're feeling right now, these are coming from outside. We're going to help you to process them, how to generate them so that that way when you push these things out into your art, your work, your business, they're authentically you. Things that you've processed and things that you've seen that you are now pushing out. Y'all get on that, please. Because I mean, honestly, this is like 2024, and it would be great if the things that I say don't just sound like they're just, hoo-hoo kind of kooky things anymore, but they are actually things that other people are feeling and they're just willing to say. That I know I digressed a lot, but I just feel like it needs to be said. So anyway, this card right here is a reminder that you are allowed to be sensitive and all that entails. Just keep this sensitivity in mind throughout different situations in your life. Knowing that you are more sensitive than some people can help you understand why certain situations might be more painful to you. That's what I'm saying. What if we just take this time in our lives to process, to understand, and then be able to allow others to understand, right? I now understand as a sensitive person, right? That I need Mondays to be my regeneration day. I need to not be out there. I need that hermit time. You didn't think it all tied back, did you? But it does. See how I do that? I know it ties back. Okay, understand. There was a point. But, taking that time to know you, to be like, hey, this is me. I'm okay with this. This is authentically who I am. And this is what I need. I understand you need something else. We're going to all work together to figure out how we can make what we each need work together for the whole. Work together for the good of the community, work together for the good of our planet, because that's what this was really all about. Can't all just be out there just thinking about ourselves, but how does me being my best me help everyone? It's a thought. Anyway, when you start to work with your sensitivity instead of against it, you will find that you have an incredible ability to tap into your emotions and hold space for them. Part of your superpower will be emotional intelligence and fluency. Emotions will be able to communicate with you and freely flow and release instead of getting bottled up. How about them apples? You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. Let yourself feel. This is to let yourself feel. And when you're ready, you just let them go. Look, this is I can't make this shit up. All right. This is what happens. This is just how this works. Okay. It's not just like a whole bunch of woo-woo stuff, but honestly, it's about figuring out a way to make what you need for you better. Get those messages to you, for you, by you. At any rate, I don't have anything else. Understand, I'm here for us. I'm calling for all of the highly sensitive people out there. If you're a highly sensitive person, look, you're my people. All right. I'm always calling for my people. I'm always here for a tribe, right? I'm always trying to find the people who resonate with the things that I say, because it's not the fact that they don't exist, baby. It's the fact that they just got to be pulled to me. Just like you. You have those things that you're doing and you feel like your people aren't out there. They're out there. There's 8 billion people in this world. 8 billion. You trying to tell me nobody else is like you? You're the only special person out there? You're the only one? Come on. Everybody is special, just like you. All right? Find your people. Find your tribe. Get your stuff out there. Those who you resonate with, they're going to come to you. All right. That's just how that works. Okay. But you take the time, focus on you and the things that help you with your superpower first. With that being said, I got nothing else really going on. I will be back likely Thursday. My schedule is filling up now. My calendar is filling up with new clientele now, which I love. Not complaining about it. Never will complain about that at all ever. So sometimes my time when I'm on live bounces around. But again, I don't take clients on Mondays, so you know what's going to always happen. I'm gonna be here on Mondays. But outside of that one thing, I don't know. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe Thursday, maybe Wednesday. Who knows? So if you're looking for someone to help you, guide you, I've been on this path now for 50 years. it happens for a reason, right? The amount of loss, the amount of rebirth, the amount of changes that I'm able to now speak on because I've had gone through them all myself. Hey, you know, let's go with it, right? It's got to be a reason for it. Now, if you're looking for somebody who has maybe been there, done that, we have the t-shirts to show that we did it. I might be your girl. And if that's the case, feel free to come find me in the chat. Find me on my website. It's IamAliacia.com. You can find me there. You know what? I was going to pull up my thing so you can see it. Hold on. Let me. Where's my, yeah, I want to share my screen so you can see my no, not that one. No, cancel. There we go. Yeah, I want to show you that one so that you can see my website. This is it. There it is. And I'm also going to show you that on my website, here it is. If you want to get free 21 days of journal prompts to help you with your new path, your new journey that you are taking, you feel like you're trying to, get on this new path. You don't know, you're feeling emotionally stuck. Go ahead, go on the 21-day journey with us. It's free. You can sign up here for it. There's no worries to it. Nothing. I don't even ask you for a credit card, actually. You just get it. And, you come back and we can, keep on talking about what we've been talking about. And that's also where you go for booking. If you want to book an appointment with me, a discovery appointment, it's free 15 minutes. We can figure out if I'm even, the right person for you. Or maybe, I can point you in the right direction. That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm a life hacker, baby. Okay. Oh, wait, you know what I want to show you? Someone asked me about my favorite cards. There they are. Okay. It's this one, this deck, the Light Seekers. There you go. The Light Seekers deck. There they are. All right. I didn't even realize I still have my little baby decks. I still have baby decks. I have decks all over the place, but I still have my little baby decks here from when I did the tarot haul from AliExpress. Go on my YouTube if you want to see any of my reviews of any decks that I do. They're all there on YouTube. I've been reviewing decks because I'm a deck whore. If you have any questions or you want me to review a deck for you, I'll do it there also. Anyway, until next time, I am Asia, Dr. Asia, the Soulful Creatrix, and I'm wishing you nothing but love and peace and many continued blessings. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Like all the screens. Bye.